Hey everybody, Spine 6 Pressing here, and we've got our formerly 7.0 White Pages New Mutants 98. And the next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be removing the foxing by placing this book into the blue LED chamber. So stay tuned, let's do it. All right, what we're going to be doing today is removing some of the foxing that's on the interior page down on this bottom corner and on this first interior part of the cover and on the first interior page right here. Now we're also going to be working on the back cover of the book. So let me flip it over and let me go to the zoom in lens. Okay, let's take a look at the foxing on the back side, on the inside of the back cover. And it's right up here at the top. Let's see if I can move this down. Up here by the Musketeers logo, you can see some yellow discoloration. That's the foxing, that's the most noticeable aspect of it. And then down here on the bottom right-hand corner, there's some as well. It's very faint, but you can see some slight little dots right here in this bottom corner. Got it up on the camera so you can see it. And so that is going to be our goal, to get that foxing removed. So let's get the book ready now to go inside the blue LED light chamber. All right, I've got the book carefully placed inside the LED chamber. And what I'm going to be doing, I've got a backer board resting on a round cylinder, and then another backer board kind of laying flat on top of some hand paper towel. And then this backer board is up against the other one to kind of keep this top backer board from sliding. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a very light mist of, this is going to be distilled water. And then when I'm done, I'm going to place these LED lights. I have two of them. They're going to go on top of the box. Then I have a clear top. And I'll show you that when I get to that step. But right now we're going to work on getting the foxing out of this back page. So here we go. Okay, here we have the book inside the LED chamber. It was a little tricky, but I did spray the book with my solution, very light solution, light spray of distilled water. And now the LED lights are going to go on. And you're probably not going to have to move back so you can maybe see a little bit better. And now we'll leave these lights on for about 3 hours on that page. And that should kill and remove the foxing, the very light foxing that's on that page. So I broke the treatment up into 2 different days where I had the book in the light box for 2 hours. Here's the front after 2 hours in the light box with the distilled water to kind of activate the spots. And you can see it looks better. Let's take a look at this area up here by the skier's hand. A little bit of haziness there, you can see. Now let's go to the back cover. Here's the inside of the back cover. And there was a couple of spots there in that corner that you might notice, a little bit on that edge in this area right in here. All right, now here's the book after 4 hours in the light box, and you can see it looks much better. The whites look really bright. They look excellent. Bottom corner looks great. In my opinion, you can't even detect that there was foxing there. And then here's the inside of the back cover. Much better. Now you can see there's some waviness, and you get that with this treatment, but that should all press out in the pressing of the book. This corner area looks nice. The area above Three Musketeers, sorry about the shadow, but it looks much whiter than before. So upon further examination of the book, I noticed some very slight indentation marks, and I'm not sure if you can quite see it, but it's right in the area around Deadpool's gun and the smoke. And there's just these fine little lines, and it looked like either someone wrote something on top of the book at one point, or maybe a fingernail did this. I'm not quite sure, but you can see it's a noticeable line going down. And what I'm going to need to do is use my dotting tool to try to bring the crease back up from the front and from the back, and try to mitigate this line. But you can see them right in there, ever so slightly, right around that gun are these slight indentations in the cover. And so I want to try to work those out with the dotting tool before I press. So here's how I go about correcting those small indentations with a dotting tool. I'll take a backer board and I'm going to slide it right inside the front cover. I'm going to make sure I have the smooth side up. I don't want the rough side facing up. I like the smooth side for some reason. And here is my dotting tool. You can pick these up at Michael's. I think I got this one as part of a bigger kit at Hobby Lobby, about $9. Now, you don't want to touch the tool on the cover. You need to have some SRP paper down first. So here we go, because you run a risk of creating some friction and some wear on the book. So you need to have a protective element on top of your cover. The whole process of the dotting tool is a lot of stop and go. There's a lot of work, and then you lift up the SRP paper and check to see how your progress is. And the SRP paper is a little bit challenging because you can't quite see through it enough to determine exactly where the indentation is. So you really have to lift the paper up and down and up and down, and so the process itself is a bit time consuming. So the actual process that I'm doing here is bringing the indentations up because I have a backer board behind the indentation by applying this pressure, and it's not a very strong pressure, it's light pressure with the dotting tool. The indentations are coming up slightly. Now, to get them completely out, I'm going to have to take a riskier move, and that is to open up the inside of the front cover and work on the inside of the front cover, pushing those indentations back forward. So here we go. I'm going to take a risk here and work on the inside of the front cover. It's really important that you leave a nice curvature, a good roll on the cover closest to the spine, and that will minimize any type of spine stress that may occur. And the area that I'm going to be working on, I want to keep it really flat. So here we go. I'm going to work using the smaller tip of the dotting tool. And then coming back, checking. It looks pretty good at this point. Let me do a little bit of cleaning with a facial pad. And all in all, it looks pretty good. Hey, stay tuned to the next installment of this series, part 3, where we press the book and get it back to tip-top shape. Thanks for being here. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see some more exciting content, take a look at some of the videos here on the screen. I sure do appreciate you being here and supporting this channel and being part of this great community we love. Happy hunting.